Welcome to On the Record, Updates and Echoes, a podcast by the Pocahontas Record-Democrat. I'm Erin Summers. We're sponsored this month by Murray Law Firm. Dozens of high school students across Pocahontas County and over in Newell became graduates on Sunday. We've got pictures from both the Newell-Fonda and the PAC graduation ceremonies in this week's newspapers. Find some of them there and on our Facebook page for the link to our SmugMug page where you can order PAC pictures, digital copies of any pictures that you see and you like. Congratulations to all of the graduates and good luck on your next step in your journeys. The weather also got a little wild on Sunday night, especially closer to Pomeroy. We don't have much in the paper about it this week, just a picture or two, but we've heard reports of at least one tornado in Pocahontas County. We'll get more in next week's paper once the National Weather Service provides official updates. In the meantime, you can go to our Facebook page to see photos submitted by readers of the storm and of damage around their properties. The PAC school board has 2 new school board members. The board appointed Derek Essing and Rebecca Mooney to fill 2 open board seats at the regular meeting last week. You can read a little more about both board members in this week's RD and the Lorenz Sun. There's also some information about a special meeting happening at 6 p.m. this week, Wednesday, May 20th, to give the public its first look at a possible school construction and school improvement project. I will be at that meeting and I'll have a story in next week's paper, but I also hope that the public gives the district a good turnout. It's always good to be at these meetings to get all of the information before you're asked to vote on any bond issue. The Pocahontas City Council will be appointing a replacement for Dewey Flaherty. They're on track to meet the deadline to appoint the new member at the June 1st meeting. But if you want to be on the city council, you should probably get your name in and fill out an application. You can go to City Hall for more information on that. Pocahontas Community Hospital and the Pocahontas County Sheriff's Office both received statewide awards for how supportive they were of Neil and Samantha Christians during Neil's deployment a few years ago. You can read more about that in this week's paper. Memorial Day is Monday. You'll find a full listing of area Memorial Day services in our papers, in the advertiser, and on our social media pages this week. I usually make it to 2 services on Memorial Day to take pictures, and I usually see the same few dozen community members. These services are not at the crack of dawn, and I know our local military service clubs who put on the services would love to see more people attend. The services are solemn and moving, and I'm always glad I went, and I really encourage everyone to find the service in their hometown and take the time to go on Monday morning. Speaking of Memorial Day, I continued my tradition of looking up a local service member who died fighting for our country and writing about them to run the week before Memorial Day. You can read about Merton Myers of Rolfe, who died during World War II, in this week's papers. You'll find the full schedule for the Art in the Park series, which returns to Pocahontas next month, in this week's paper as well. Congratulations to the Pocahontas Area Community Girls State Track Qualifiers, the 4x100 and 4x200 relay team of Danica Dreeth, Haley Hosworth, Natalie Summerlot, and Chloe Mefford, and as well as Haley Hosworth, who qualified in the shot put. Adam Marsh qualified in the discus for the boys. Newell-Fonda girls track qualified 5 events for state. Marini Brabick won the 1500, while the 4x4, 4x8, distance medal, and shuttle hurdle relays also qualified. The Mustang boys are not sending anyone to state track this year. However, the Mustang boys golf team did qualify for the district meet, placing second at their sectional last week. The girls golf team ended their season last week at Newell-Fonda. PAC girls golf advances to the Class 2A Regional Girls Golf Tournament final to be played at Rice Lake, and Carson Wheelander qualified for the district tournament in Carroll. Congratulations to all of our state-bound athletes. Up next, you'll hear about some interesting ads that we found in the Pocahontas County Sun.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome to the Echoes portion of the show. I'm Erin Summers. With me is Sandy Rutherford. Before we get totally into reading from the old paper, first I wanted to highlight we had dug up some old paste-up ads from the Record-Democrat. This one says 1986. I don't see a year on that one specifically. They just looked cool. Once upon a time, between lead type printing presses and computers, you would print it out on the computer and then use wax, like melted wax. It was actually my job as a high school and college intern at my hometown paper. Once they trusted me enough, I got to run the stuff through the wax.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Except everything got waxy and you had to use cotton balls to get
Yeah.
them off.
Yes. Anyway, a little behind the scenes from the Record Democrat today. We are recording earlier in May for an episode that won't run for a few weeks because Sandy is going to be gone. By the time you hear this, Sandy will be back. But Sandy, what do we have to do to take a week off around here?
Oh gosh, we have to work so far in advance. I've been running in circles for a week and a half.
Basically,
Maybe 2 weeks. I've been making everybody else run in circles with me because everybody has to get stuff done so I can get stuff done.
Basically, we have to do 2 weeks of work at once and also be planning for what happens when you come back.
And a quick shout out to all of the people who sent me their stuff early. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you, people who pay attention to your email and to those ads in the paper, which is the perfect segue. Speaking of ads, so this week I was looking through some old Lorenz. Actually, I think they were Pocahontas County Sun. I can find the So remember, the Pocahontas County Sun was the original newspaper in Lorenz, and I decided rather than just read stories, we're going to talk about some ads because there were some fabulous ads. And honestly, I just pulled one edition of the newspaper. It's January 6th, 1910, and there were so many, I just didn't even know where to start. But first, we're going to start with page 3. It's the one here with the picture on the side. But up in the upper right-hand corner, there's this really great headline on the ad. And I'm sending all these to Eric, so you all should be able to see them. It says, coal, coal, coal. Like, all caps, exclamation points, a lot of white space. And then the next part just made me giggle. We have no coal to sell. But we do sell staple and fancy groceries, seasonable dry goods, and warm footwear at right prices. It will make you feel better just to get our prices. Come in. Get the habit of dealing with Peterson and Nielsen. So I just
grab the attention. That's all that matters. Just get the attention.
Like, what did we need in northwestern Iowa in January? Heat.
Yes.
Coal. There was
They also did a dotted border, so it's a little coalish.
It does. I didn't even think about that. You're right. The same page also has a little weather story on there, and it said that lows had recently reached -16, I think the week before. It was so cold, the trains weren't running on some of the lines.
Oh, yeah.
So Peterson and Nielsen, they didn't sell coal, but their ad did find my eyes and got my attention more than a century after the fact. So on the same page, left-hand side, a little lower, is the headshot of a man. It's a pretty nice, sharp picture for a newspaper from 1910. I was actually pretty surprised. And it should be a good picture because it is an ad for the photographer.
Oh.
Let's see if I can read it. It just says, G.L. Horner, photographer, and then his picture, will be at the Garrison Studio Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, January 12th to 15th. See us for anything in the photographic line. How about that family group?
Oh,
there's not a question mark at the end, though. It's a period, and that kind of bothered me.
Yeah.
So anyway, come back across the page. We've got an ad for a high school event. It's a really big ad for the high school. The annual declamatory contest, Stars versus Crescents. So there's 2 different clubs are having a speech contest.
That's what I was going to say. What does declamatory mean?
I think it's just like speaking. That's
okay.
They give speeches. It was at the Lorenz Opera House. I hadn't realized Lorenz had an opera house necessarily. Friday evening, January 14th. This contest promises to be one of the best ever given. There are 3 classes: oratorical, so that's just like a straight up speech, I think, dramatic, and humorous, with 4 contestants in each class. The winner of one of these classes will represent the school in the Northwest Iowa contest. Special friends of the school should get their seats early, for there will be a crowded house. Admission 25 cents, all seats reserved. Tickets on sale after 10 a.m. Saturday, January 8th. On sale at Morgan's Drug Store. So again, what was 25 cents worth? People were paying $10 to go listen to 12 high schoolers give speeches.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know, equivalent to what we would pay to get into a sporting event. Or I paid $12 on Saturday per person to go watch my oldest son's concert band play 2 songs and then exit the stage. They sounded really good. But yeah, you know, $12 for 15 minutes. I think that $10 for probably 2 hours of entertainment is a better deal.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And there was also a news item on the same page about the event, and I'll just read a little bit of that. From the little that is creeping out from behind the scenes, there is every indication that this will be the best contest ever held. The contestants are receiving careful training and much talent has been selected this year. Considerable interest is manifested in this contest because a winner of one of the 3 classes will represent this high school in the Northwest Iowa contest, and from there, we hope to be represented in the state contest. So we were having some technical difficulties, and I looked at the page and realized there was an ad I hadn't even read yet in the bottom corner from State Bank of Lorenz. Headline, Saving Money. And only the first part is funny, so that's all we're going to read. Saving money is very much like getting married. Easier after you have made the start than you thought it would be. Many men hesitate to marry because they fear their ability to live up to the expectations of some good woman, and in many cases, their fears are well grounded. That just made me giggle. So then we're going to look at the bottom left corner. Staple and fancy groceries from N. Swanson and Son, the Racket Store. I don't know why it's called a racket store, but I wish I had looked that up. But what had caught my attention, fresh fruits and vegetables in their season. Bell coffee, 20 cents to 35 cents. Fancy peas, 3 cans for 25 cents. Fancy corn, 3 cans for 25 cents. And Tone's spices, none better. Oh. I think I have a bottle of Tone's spices of some kind in my spice rack.
Right, yeah.
They are based near Ankeny. If you go down I-35, you will see them. And I, of course, had to look them up. In 1873, Jehiel Tone and his brother Isaac set out to begin their own spice and coffee business. By 1888, they changed the game by inventing the individual pre-ground spice packaging we enjoy today. If it weren't for their inventive spirit, we might still be scooping spices from barrels at the grocery store.
Oh, nice.
So I thought that was just really cool.
Yeah.
I have 2 more on other pages, and then if you have something here that you want to point out. So I'm going to flip to the one that looks like the front page. Okay. Bottom left corner. It's called Knox a Cold. It's spelled KNOX-A-cold tablets. Just what you need to stop your cold. We sell them. J.W. Morgan and Company. I just think that the names of pharmaceutical products in the late 18 and early 1900s are hilarious. Yeah. And Knox a Cold.
I wonder if there's anything with like Knox gelatin, if there's any connection there.
Oh, I don't know. I bet there is. So that one just made me giggle. And then
the one on the right side, the clearance of sale heaters. I mean, it's just for heaters, but I'm a little confused as to why there's an Indian standing next to the wood stove holding a lamp.
Also, I'm confused about that. It doesn't really make sense. And then the other one that I liked was on the page that has the corn crib on it. If you look on the bottom right corner, blankets and robes. Okay, thinking blankets and robes.
Yeah.
Protect your horses. We have an unusually large stock of every grade of robes and blankets. We can give you what you want and what you need at right prices. Yours for business. C.A. Westman, the harness. That's harness. The harness man.
So, okay, I wonder if they only have these kind of ads or if they purposely put them in this line of livery and feed stable. Lumber, but then corn cribs, livery and feed, blacksmiths and wagons, blankets and robes.
Yeah,
like
it's
all kind
really
of connected.
Themed. Yeah. I like that. Yeah, and there's livestock buyers on the same page as well. Like this one is.
Yeah.
So I just, hadn't thought about the fact that your horses do need blankets and robes. I grew up in Amish country. I remember seeing horses with robes on. It's not that I didn't know they exist. I just had never seen an ad for them before.
Yeah. And just the way it starts with blankets and robes.
You're thinking humans, and then plot twist. But yeah, so those are some of the ads. Those are some of the things that jumped out at me. Again, I could find 15 or 20 things to talk about in any edition of an old newspaper. But did you have anything jump out at you?
Nope, that was about what I mean, other than there's weird spacing. This one that's on that front page, I just thought it was the way they have boxes within the boxes for the shoes.
Yeah.
And again, $3.50, $5 shoes.
Yeah.
What you were saying, inflation. Those are expensive.
Those were expensive shoes. All right.
But yeah, that was, you hit on all the ones I thought I would talk about.
Oh, sorry.
Good job. Good job.
Thanks. Yeah, they're just so fun. Well, thank you for listening. Thanks again to Murray Law Firm for sponsoring us this month, and we will talk with you again next week.